Hi guys, it's Miss Dempsey, obviously, and I just wanted to come to you and just give you a little update. I know that I've talked with a few of you and we've emailed, but I wanted to come to you personally via pre-recorded video. Um, First, let me say, if any of our students are there, I want to say, hey, we miss you and we can't wait to see you via Zoom or via virtual classes. And soon we'll be back in our classroom and everything will be back to normal. But we miss you, we love you, and so I'm going to talk to mom or dad or grandma or grandpa right now, okay? We want you to know that we understand your concern. We are concerned. And our desire is to maintain school business as close to normal as possible, which who really knows what that's going to be for the next few weeks. We want to keep it open until we can once again be back in the classroom, and hopefully that won't be too long. Until then, I wanted to give you what our plan is, and you've noticed I have notes because I want to make sure there's certain things that I cover because I know that you have questions. Number one, our plan is to keep teaching. We're going to use virtual classrooms, and I'm sure you understand what that is, but I'll give you a little more information about that in just a bit. We're going to continue teaching. We're going to continue bringing value to the students. We're going to interact and have positive encouragement and like you're used to doing. In times like these, we know that normalcy, especially for kids, is one of the most beneficial things ever. We're going to bring you value. We want to give you even more than what we've given you in the past for your money. And what that is going to look like is we're going to use a variety of outlets for instruction. We're going to use live Zoom, which most of you will be familiar with if you have kids in school. I believe some of the teachers are using that, or all the teachers are using that, but I know a lot of businesses use it. And we'll give you instructions on how to do that as well, so just let me give you this information. We're also going to pre-record instructional videos. There are some disciplines, there are some classes that Zoom just won't work for playing because of compression of the sound. For example, drums. You just cannot play drums and instruct and the sound be good. So some classes are going to use pre-recorded videos along with Zoom so that we can teach the best possible way. We're going to provide links, we're going to provide worksheets, color sheets, and just miscellaneous resources to you guys. And some of these will be when you sign into your DLSPA account. We'll give you instructions for this. There's a place you can go and it says view documents, and things will be there like lyrics to songs and things of that nature. Videos, things like that. We're also going to use, some teachers are going to utilize Google Classroom, which is also what I believe the Barboursville School District is using, maybe some of the others as well, I'm not sure. But we will also email directly on occasion as needed. And let me just inject right here, if anyone would like to switch over to more one-on-one instruction just during this time with no long-term commitment beyond this, contact us because we may be able to do that as well, all right? Number 4 is we're going to adjust as we go. You know, this is new territory for all of us, and it's uncharted waters. We know the first thing we have to consider is everyone's welfare and their health. The students, our families, our instructors, our staff. And so we've met and we came up with this plan. Everybody had input, and you know, everybody brought ideas and experience to the table. And this is going to be our plan of action to start. Like I say, as we go, if you feel like one application or one platform works better than the other, we will adjust, or if we find another one that works better. I know for our private classes, which I know a lot of you also take private already, we will be able to use Zoom because it'll be just one-on-one. There's less noise going on, and that will be productive as well. Now, I know some of you have emailed me and had questions, so I'm going to try to cover some of those now. I won't be able to cover everything, and so if you just have a question that cannot wait, feel free to email me. I check it every day, and I know communication is really important at this time, but not only that, knowing our heart. And I think that if you've been with us for a while, you know the heart of DLSBA is to love and embrace and instruct and really promote your students. And so we're going to do our very best and give you our very best, and I assure you, and I think that you know that. But some of the questions we've had has been about recitals. Yes, we will have recitals. I'm not quite sure when they'll take place. In a couple of weeks, we'll all know a little bit better what this is going to look like. But I assure you, we will have recitals. And at the point that we have to move them or postpone them, I will let you know in case any of your relatives have purchased tickets or flights to come in. And then as soon as I know when we can have them and where they will be, I will let you know. But rest assured, we will have recitals somewhere. I'm not going to have these kids work all this time and not have a place for them to bring that work into fruition and just receive the accolades. And one of the greatest factors of bringing a talent into fruition is that performance experience. So we will have recitals at some point, somewhere, I promise. Another thing is, people have asked about March tuition, and obviously most all of you have paid, which we cannot tell you thank you enough, because that really helps quite a bit. And I am mindful of how volatile jobs and the economy is right now. And I want you to know that as a business owner, and just a person that's dealing with the same things that you're dealing with, but as a business owner, I'm trying to balance the weight of giving you, our families, your money's worth, and also being able to continue to keep the school open, because we know this isn't going to last forever, and eventually we will go back to our normal schedules. And I don't believe that DLSPA is done instructing in the arts at all. So our goal, our desire is to balance what you're paying for, but to also be able to continue to provide jobs for our instructors as well and keep the school open, and I don't take that lightly. For April, I want you to know that we're currently working on the financials to see what sort of discount that we can possibly give you on your tuition and still be able to pay the school bills. So this week, we have really put our focus on getting ready to go back to teaching next week. And let me tell you, that's been a little bit of a learning curve. For some younger people, it's a little bit easier, but we've all have just buckled down and tried to educate ourselves on the different platforms and what's available, and I've done research, and I've listened to quite a few podcasts of other studios. One has 300 other studios that are teaching, so I'm gleaning from them and seeing what everybody is doing. And so we are going to offer you some sort of discount in April's tuition, and as soon as I can get that to you, I will do that. But rest assured, we want to give you more than what you're paying for than ever before. So what's next? You'll receive an instructional email sometime in the next couple of days, obviously before your class day. Each instructor will personalize instructions for each class. We will maintain our class day and time schedule because that is already a structured schedule. We know that we could do it earlier, but so many students take multiple classes and siblings take multiple classes, and you also have homeschooling going on. And so we just felt like if we maintain our class schedule, that is going to be the most organized for everyone. So we will send you out an instructional email prior to your class day. And this will come personalized from each instructor, as each application has to be a little bit different, in regards to what they're teaching and what works best. Most instructors will email a Zoom link or a notification at the beginning of each class. And those will be emailed because it's more conducive in our school software. If we were to text you a notification, we would have to hand put everybody's phone numbers in, and that would just gouge time into the class time. So we will email. So just when it's class time, check your inboxes and make sure that our emails are not going to your spam folders, because I know that some people have said they didn't receive anything, but then they found it in their spam folder. So just double check, because that's how we'll notify you and send you that Zoom link so you can click on it and it'll open up into the Zoom app. Zoom is a free app. You do not have to pay for it. And when you receive that link, it'll walk you through it really easy, and it doesn't take long at all. So it is a free app for you. And when you receive that link, it's easy to use. And some of you may have, like I said, experience with it already. Some of the teachers are going to use it. Some of the schools may use it. So we felt like it would be the best overall for everyone. Let me leave you with this. We will survive this. And we will do much better if we do this together. I know for me personally, I miss my students. I love the interaction that I have with my students. I love the rapport that I have with all of them. All the different ages to me are just, they're priceless. I will interact with my students, as I've encouraged instructors to, when we start class, because I know that relationship is a healthy one for them and for me too. I love it. And we will divide up our time between the interaction, instructing, and then give them the tools to practice what they need to practice. We love you and your family and your students, and we miss our students, and we look forward to being together again. It may be distantly. We're going to be together distantly next week, but we look forward to that. We love that, and we need that as well as your students do too. I want to tell you, Proverbs 3:5-6 says this: to trust in the Lord, lean not to your own understanding, acknowledge Him, and He will make the path straight. That pretty much means trust God. Don't try to figure it out or guess what's going to happen, and acknowledge Him in what you do. Pray, and He's going to work it all out for us. And it's an unusual time we're living in, but we together as a community will get through this. We want to tell you to stay safe, stay healthy, like never before. Take your vitamin C. All of my students have heard that before multiple times. Multiple vitamins, vitamin C, lots of water. Stay 6 feet away from other individuals, and wash your hands a lot. For the vocal students, we have a warm-up that we're going to incorporate all of that. It's going to be a lot of fun, but be at peace. We will get through this. We love you. We miss you. And be watching for those emails. Can't wait to see you guys, my students, all of our students next week. And have a great weekend.